Hi you guys, this is Diana and this is my week 5 update. Before I get into my stats, I'd like to thank everyone who's subscribed to my channel, who's liked or commented on my videos. I really do appreciate it, and I like to respond to everyone as soon as I can. So please continue commenting, and if you have a channel, let me know if I'm not subscribed to you, and I will most definitely subscribe to your channel, because I'd like to hear your journey so we can help each other out along the way. So now for my stats. I had gastric sleeve surgery on May 23rd, 2016 at Memorial Hermann Hospital with Dr. Jorge Leiva. My surgery weight on day of surgery was 277. My current weight is 251.2, and my weekly loss was 2.4. I'll get into how I feel about that in just a bit. But the total weight loss since surgery in 5 weeks has been 25.8. When I think of that number, I feel a little bit better. But when I look at what I've lost for the week, which was 2.4, kind of discouraging. I kind of go back and forth on it, on how I feel about it. Part of me, like, to be honest with you, I feel frustrated, especially since the week before was also a 2-pound week, and before for week 4, when it was a 2-pound week as well, loss, I could attribute it to I wasn't hitting my protein goals. I was most of the time getting my water goals, but not so much my protein goals. But this past week and continuing now, I've been hitting my protein goal every single day. I've been drinking water, hitting my water goal every single day, and the weight's not coming off. And again, 2.4 pounds. I mean, I can't say, oh, I can't dismiss that, because I'm losing weight every week, and I haven't stalled, thank goodness, or anything like that. But the other part that makes me frustrated is that before I decided to do weight loss surgery, before I decided that weight loss surgery was the way that I was going to go, I thought, like, losing weight on my own, I figured if I can get to 250, I'd be happy, because of the way that I would feel in my clothes, or the way that just in everyday situations, or not so everyday situations, like traveling. I've mentioned before that I like to travel, and I always could cinch the seatbelt, latch it on the airplane, but it was always a struggle. So I figured, losing 20 plus pounds would get me to the point where I could travel a little bit more comfortably, where clothes would fit me a little bit more comfortably, and I figured 250 was a good place, as a personal goal to reach 250, because it's close. In my head, it was closer to 200, let's say, or right in the middle. Really, it's right in the middle, but somehow in my head, 250 was closer to 200 than to 300. So reaching 250 was kind of like a mini goal, has been a mini goal of myself, and knowing that I'm so close to it is kind of frustrating. That last week I was so close to it, and I thought, okay, maybe this week I'd get there. It's just a pound 0.8 before I get there, and it's frustrating. But then I try to look at a big picture, and then that I've lost 25.8 pounds in 5 weeks, and when the weight's not gonna stop coming off. It's gonna continue to come off, and it's just, I don't know, my body needs time, to figure itself out. I mean, I don't know. but it's been frustrating. But then the other part of me thinks, okay, well, what have you been doing, Diana? Why, there's a reason why the weight's not coming off. You're not really moving as much, and I haven't been. And then that's when I kind of do that self-talk, and I get, I don't want to say disappointed in myself, because I am walking every day. I usually go on walking around the house, doing things, or going out to the store, doing things like that. But then in the evenings, I'll go walking with my mom, and we'll usually do a mile and a half, including, the walking that I do throughout the day. I usually do about 2 miles. I mean, I know it's not a lot. I get that. But with the way that energy's been going, or just things that have been coming up in life, just going out, enjoying summer, doing things, I haven't been making walking a priority, and I've kind of allowed the fact that, that there are the workout restrictions, and that you can't lift, and that you can't do this or that, or I've been putting, fear of dehydration, or fear of hurting myself or doing things. I've been allowing that to serve as an excuse to not go out and do more. And I've been doing some changes, and I'll talk about that more, I guess, week 6, because I also realized that it's Thursday, and I really try to post on Monday, or as close to Monday as I can, and it's Thursday, and week 6 is coming up, so I'm trying to, in my head, kind of separate week 5 from week 6, but yeah, it's just a lot of me realizing, coming up, okay, let me back up. It was probably on Monday when I weighed myself, because that's the other thing. The weight that I told you guys right now, the 2.4 loss, and that I'm at 251.2, that was on Monday. I do weigh myself every day, just to see where I'm going, just to see, if I'm stable, if it's going down, or a little bit up, or whatever. But it's just kind of like a check-in. I don't write it down. I don't really even remember 2 hours later, but it is something that I do. And when I weighed myself and I saw that it was only a 2.4 loss, I started thinking, oh my goodness, you've only lost 2 pounds. If I started doing the math, I was like, okay, there's 4 weeks, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I mean, 2, 4, 6, 8, 8 pounds a week. I mean, I started doing that math and just being like, that's such a small number. It's going to take me forever to get to 199. I mean, it just, I started being negative, and being negative on myself, and that's not a good thing, a good mindset to be at, especially so early in surgery. And then when I started making the notes for today's video, I was like, wait, this is week 5. I've only been out of surgery for a month and a week, but a month, and it's okay. I need to give myself, my body, and my mind time to catch up with what's happening. So even though part of me might be a little bit frustrated with only 2 pound loss, I can't dwell on it. I just have to keep meeting my protein goals, keep meeting my water goals, and doing more physical activity every day until I get the go ahead from my doctor to do a little bit more. And even if he tells me, because I have my appointment on the 12th of July, and even when he tells me on the 12th of July, okay, you're free to go and free to do whatever. I mean, if my body doesn't feel like it's recovered and healed from the inside, I'm not going to push myself, because that's one thing that I have noticed, is that there's been times where I've just been doing regular things, and I'll twist a certain way, or I'll bend over to do something, or pick something up from the floor, and I'll feel little pulls, from my incision sites, and that's telling me that it hasn't healed. The muscles, because they went through muscle, and they went through other stuff, to get to my stomach, to get, to do the surgery, and they haven't healed right. So I'm not going to jeopardize my healing and my recovery just for another pound or something like that. So I'm just going to keep at it, slow and steady. And I didn't gain this weight over a year or 18 months or anything like that, so I shouldn't expect to lose it as fast as as fast, I should say, or as fast as I would like to. Even though I do know that with this tool I will lose weight faster, I still shouldn't I don't want to say expect it to, but because I think we all do have some certain expectations of how much we want to lose and how fast we want to lose it, but just kind of being okay when there's not a loss or it's a small loss. But I'll move on to the next thing because I could keep rambling on that. Another one, okay, so I've mentioned before that I do have PCOS, and okay, so this next part is going to be TMI. So if you're like a guy or a girl and doesn't want to hear about like TMI stuff, like girl stuff and like plumbing stuff, bye and thank you for watching. But if you don't mind, I'll continue. Like I've mentioned before, I do have PCOS, and I take birth control in order to have a period, because if I don't take birth control, I don't have a period. Plain and simple. Before I graduated from college and had a job and had insurance, I didn't have a period. I think I had like probably 2 periods while I was a teenager type of thing. And after that, it was about 7 years that I didn't have a period. Until I, graduated high school, graduated college, got a job, got insurance, and went to the gynecologist type of thing. And so I've been on birth control ever since then to have a period. So anyways, and I also have irritable bowel syndrome. So something that I was informed and that I read about is that when you have irritable bowel syndrome, when you get closer to your period, it might affect your stomach because of the hormone imbalances and blah 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 blah. So this is where the TMI stuff comes in. Before surgery, whenever it was like a week before my period, it would really affect my stomach. Like I would have the runs type of thing, not like truly runs, but just I'd have to go at times. And there were days where I had cramping, but not like cramping from your period, but just like digestional cramping type of stuff. And it was something that I knew. I knew that was happening a week before my period, and it happened every month and whatever. Another thing that I noticed that sometimes whenever I would forget to take my birth control, like on the daily, and I would leave, like let's just say or like if I knew I was having a trip and I would do the math and I didn't want to be on my period through the, when I had the trip or whatever, I would not take it in order to calculate the math and not be on my period. And whenever I would do that, I would notice that the week before my period, I would get, I wake up in the middle of the night with like chills. And that has to do with PCOS, with your hormones not being balanced. In case any of you guys have that or feel that, that's what it is. So fast forward to now, I had my period like the weekend of my surgery, like Saturday was my last day, and I had surgery on Monday, type of thing. And I didn't start taking my birth control again until I guess it was my second week after my first week of surgery, because I was like the first week I didn't want to try anything to swallow the pill, even though it's like teeny tiny. But anyways, so I was off of it, and then I got back on, and this week I'm on my period, and so like, but before my period I got the night chills again, and it freaked me out. Even though I've had it in the past, it freaked me out just because, I was like, this is like after surgery type of thing. And I don't know, I guess like anything just freaks me out now. Like I just don't want to get sick. I don't want to do anything like that because I don't want to compromise my immune system or anything like that. So anyway, so that freaked me out a little bit. And then the other thing that I noticed that is different is that instead of affecting me in the way that it always has, this week, this past week, before my period, it has made me constipated. And it's not like true constipation, I guess, in the sense that, you know, like I won't go, like I know some people, they're like 2, 3, 4, 5 days without going. It's not like that. It's just difficult to go, and it's not pleasant, especially for someone like me who's never had that issue of not being able to go when you feel like you need to go. So it's just uncomfortable, and it's something that I have to, that I'm dealing with. But I'm actually gonna go to the store later on and get some like fiber gummies or something to help move things along. But yeah, so that might be something that if you have anything that like me, you know, just expect it, I guess, is what I'm saying. If you have PCOS with irritable bowel syndrome, or maybe just PCOS and it affects your digestion. I don't know. Just putting it out there in case anybody is feeling the same way I am. You know, it's kind of normal. Another thing that I wanted to talk about, and I had promised myself that I was going to make this a short video, and it's already at 16 minutes. So I'll make this kind of quick. I think I've mentioned before that I'm not really having many like non-scale victories, mostly because I don't feel like I'm really doing things out and about or anything like that, even though I am. So I'll just mention that one thing that I've noticed is that, sorry, I'm trying to look for the picture that I want to share with you guys, is that I don't see the weight loss when I see myself in the mirror. It's like I know I've lost the weight, I can see the number on the scale, but I don't feel like, oh, it's come off of, you know, my shoulders or my face or my abdomen, even though last week I shared with you guys my measurements, and I know that I've lost 3 inches around my abdomen, but I just don't see it. So then the other day I decided to wear an outfit, because it's hot. It's a little tank toppy shirt, and then I remembered that I had pictures of me wearing that before surgery, and when I saw the difference in those pictures, I mean, I was dumbfounded. I was floored. So, and I know you might hear other people say take pictures, but really, you guys, take pictures, because you might feel that your clothes is looser on you, but until you see it, you won't believe it. Okay, so let me show you. Sorry. Okay, so let me show you the before, I guess. Okay, so this is the before shot of me in the shirt. This was like in March. Okay, so you can notice the obvious, like right there, where it's tight on me and how it fits. Okay, so that's the front. That's a front view of it. And here's a front view of me now. There's nothing stopping the shirt. There's no roll there. I mean, obviously it's under there, but there's no roll there. And then I'll show you the side view of it. So this is the side view of it. Again, clearly see the rolls where they are marked on the shirt. And then I will show you the after. There it is, sorry. Of after, how you can see there is no roll there. It actually fits me loose and I'm not having to tug at it. And then I did like this to it. I just kind of put it so that you could see, like, this is the before and after. Again, before and after. And I mean, that was so awesome to see. Like, like there was no denying it in my head. Like I couldn't just say, oh, it's water weight, or like my rings have been fitting me really loose, and that's not really NSV because I don't, it's not like it's not like I wanted to fit loose, because now I have to get them sized, resized type of thing. But you know, so to me I was like, okay, I'm losing fat in my fingers, yay. You know, but actually seeing it with a shirt on that used to fit me tight, and seeing that now it fits longer because it's not being held up by rolls, I mean, it really, really cemented that the fact that I am losing weight, and that this is just part of the process, and that I just need to, you know, slow losses will come and go, and there'll be weeks that I don't lose anything, you know, and I just have to be ready for that. I have to be okay with it and know that it will happen, and I just need to keep going and not get discouraged, and just keep making good choices, and you know, a pound at a time or an ounce at a time will come off. And then so so again, sorry, I'm trying to see if I had any other pictures that I wanted to share. So yeah, I mean, just take pictures, do comparison shots, so that you can see the difference, so that it's right there in front of you and you can't deny it. Because a lot of times when we see ourselves in the mirror, we see what we think we look like up here, but once you have the picture in front of you, it's proof. There is proof in front of you that you are losing weight, that you know that this has been a good choice for you, that things are moving along. So that would be my suggestion for you guys, especially if you're pre-op, or if you're you know, week 1, 2, or 3 type of thing. Take pictures of yourself in outfits and see the difference. So I will stop it now. It's at 22 minutes, and I will try to be better next week and try to do my video on Monday, so that they're not so close together type of thing, so that I'm not rambling on about different things and trying to figure out if it was this week or last week type of thing. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, you guys, and again, thank you for subscribing and your comments. I really do appreciate it. Have a great rest of the week, and have a fantastic weekend. And 4th of July, actually 4th of July is probably on Monday, now that I think about it, so I'll be coming to you guys, yeah, Monday is the 4th of July. Anyways, so have a great weekend, you guys. Love you guys. Bye.